Internet, and Merry Christmas! Shouth is here, and it's time for another episode of ShoutStone. I am bringing you something a little special today. Instead of just shoutcasting another random Hearthstone game, I am bringing you a shoutcasted Heroes of the Storm game. See, yesterday, Blizzard released a couple of games from the Heroes of the Storm Alpha, one of which was cast by Dustin Browder and Husky, and the other of which was uncasted, with an open invitation for anybody to give it a shot. So I decided, since I wanted to consider adding this game to the channel once it comes out, what better way to start? So here we go. Heroes of the Storm. I'm going to shoutcast a matchup, so without any further ado, let's get to the action right now. Here we go. Red versus blue. Let's take a look at our blue team. Blue team is going to consist of Sylvanas, Arthas, Zeratul, Uther, and Nazeeba, the Witch Doctor. Let's take a look at Nazeeba. I think he's up a little bit north here. There he is, wandering around.
The battle begins.
So there we go. Let's take a look at our red team. Red team is going to consist of Captain Hammer, Arthas, Stitches, Malfurion, and Kerrigan, Queen of Blades. So, Arthas on both sides. I'll have to kind of differentiate between red and blue Arthas. But we got some good stuff coming. I'm pretty excited. This is going to be taking place on the Blackbeard's map here, the little pirate map. The goal of this game, basically, and obviously the goal of every game in Heroes of the Storm, is to destroy your opponent's primary temple. Now, one of the advantages you have in this map is you can collect doubloons from specific areas. And once you have 10 doubloons, you can turn them in to Blackbeard. And he will, once you have 10 turned in, turn his ship toward your enemy's encampment and fire away. So that will make it a pretty solid way to deal some serious damage to your opponent's base while you're kind of hanging back, fighting off minions, doing things like that. For anybody else who's familiar with MOBAs, one of the great features about this game is the fact that XP is shared. So you'll see that the levels of these teams is shared. It's not individual levels. So we're getting a few minor skirmishes right now on the map. Nothing major. Arthas being tallied around. Now you can see those turrets there actually have ammo as well. So you can kind of draw that ammo out by letting minions get fired on and things like that. And when they're out of ammo, they're just towers. And they really have no other benefit. Alright, so back up at the top here. Well, actually we're going to hop down to the bottom. Unfortunately, I don't have control of this game, so I'll just cast as it is. Stitches getting beat up a little bit here. Will he get away? Oh, he will barely make it away. So red team will survive. And here we go. Firing away to try and get some of those doubloons out. And they're starting to collect some. Now the trick is you can't just hold on to them. Once you have them held on, you do have to turn them in. Because if you die with doubloons on your person, then the other players can scoop them right up. Alright, first death of the game. Nazeeba on the blue team does fall, as does, I believe that was Uther. Yeah, so Uther already falling here. Arthas and Sylvanas fighting it out here, but there are four. I'm sorry, actually, yeah, there are three red heroes. I'm sorry, on the other side there. And the tower going to be expended there. They're going to want to clear that up. Captain Hammer being caught off guard by Arthas. A little bit of a clash here, but here comes Malfurion to try to even up the odds along with Nazeeba, who respawns, and he does die, and you can see he dropped those doubloons, so they're trying to get picked back up. So now red team has a few doubloons in their possession, but here is Kerrigan turning in 3 of her doubloons, and she's going to try to hold things back. Stitches with a great hook there, pulls in Zeratul, but he does manage to get away. Alright, down goes Arthas. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not Arthas, that was Captain Hammer. Jeez, sorry. I'm still getting used to all the various heroes in this game, some of which I'm not entirely familiar with by sight alone. Some of which, of course, I am. But anyway. Fairly even matchup so far. A few minor skirmishes here and there. Slight kills advantage to the red team, but they're on equal footing as far as levels go. And we're just waiting to see a little bit of dominance being asserted here. Red team does have 3 doubloons turned in, so they only need to gather up 7 more and turn those in. And of course, protecting that middle area to prevent those turn-ins from happening is really key, because you do not want to be caught on the other end of a pirate ship bombardment. that ghost ship turns on you, it can be pretty difficult. So red team does go up a level over their opposition, but it's quickly met, so not a huge discrepancy right here. It's a slight advantage for red at this point. So here we go, another skirmish around the mid area. Arthas on the red side, about to be dropped by Sylvanas. Can he get away? He's barely holding on to life. He's going to slip. Oh, he will escape behind that Doc. Kerrigan also narrowly escaping. Malfurion does manage to recover a bit, but he does fall. Malfurion down. So Arthas is going to have to hold back along with Kerrigan. They are going to be uneven. Are they going to be unmatched there? So one of the cool things you can see when Arthas does get a hero kill, that hero does respawn temporarily as an ally for the opposition. So it's a nice little bit of offense that Arthas provides, which makes him a pretty key character for a lot of this offense. Once again, still pretty level as far as things go. But can that red team get those extra turn-ins, make that ghost ship attack? They're probably going to have to make a push toward the center, but it looks like blue team is trying to fortify that a little bit. Alright, so blue team also getting some doubloons being turned in as well. Now, they don't lose their doubloons. If you turn them in and the other team gets it first, you're still okay. Well, there goes Nazeeba once again. The Witch Doctor will fall. And another clash just north of the pirate ship. Red Arthas. And being backed up by Queen of Blades and Stitches. And here comes Malfurion, so it's a pretty uneven matchup here. 4 on 2. Uther will fall. Sylvanas gets dragged in, but she does hop away. She's going to try to escape behind that gate, and she does make it. So now those turrets are all going to fire on those heroes. They got to get out of there. Alright, chests are back up. Blue team is up 6-4. Kills are slightly in favor of red. Levels are even. Alright, another clash here in the middle zone. But it's going to be 3 on 2 this time, so blue team is going to hold back a bit. And they are going to take out some of those minions to try and salvage the ammunition from those towers. And they're going to go for another turn-in here. So blue team is going to try to respond to this because they don't want this turn-in to happen, because if it does happen... Alright, it's going to be a 3 on 3 matchup. Here comes Captain Hammer. And already, we've got some deaths going down. Ghost Ship has been fulfilled. It's going to start attacking. Here it goes, firing away on the blue team. It's got 12 shots, and they are off. 3 at a time. But a lot of heroes are falling. And man, oh man. Blue team is falling hard. They're taking a lot of damage. Red team now up a level. 8-5 kills. And they've got that Ghost Ship firing away. Alright, it is 10-10, so they did manage to even up the level issue, which means both teams will have their heroic abilities pretty much at the same time. And the bombardment is over. So, a pretty solid engagement there. As you can see, blue team is up to 6, so they're going to try and turn in their doubloons right away. But nope, they're going to hold back a little bit because here comes Stitches, as well as Kerrigan to hold them off a bit. All 5 red heroes are up here, but only 3 blue heroes it looks like, so the clash is on. Let's see who's going to fall first. Down goes Malfurion. He will fall. Red Arthas trying to get away. Kerrigan and Stitches now kind of hovering around the pirates. You can see Kerrigan spawn that Ultralisk, who is doing a bit of damage to Uther, but will probably fall pretty soon here. Red Arthas is back alongside Stitches. Arthas, on the red side, narrowly avoids his end. Here comes Kerrigan once again, and down goes Sylvanas on blue team. Oh, but down goes. I believe that was Kerrigan who just falled there, as well as Arthas on the red team. Oh, and Zeratul will also fall and drop all of those doubloons. Red team is going to scoop them all up. So, a pretty good showing by red team here. They're going to try and get another round of bombardment off, and they're going to be able to do it if they can both get this turn off, and it looks like they will. And there we have it. Another round. Red team will fire off once again. So some pretty good opposition there by red team. And here comes the bombardment. Will it take out any of the key forts? Yes, one of them has fallen, thanks to some offense by the opposing heroes here, as well as the bombardment, which is underway at this point. Down goes the Witch Doctor once again. Towers are falling. Destruction is going mental here. And it looks like our heroes are now starting to take some of these encampments, these mercenary camps.
Blue team has captured a mercenary camp.
Blue team will get one. I believe red team will pick one up probably fairly soon here. Still the bombardment going on. Yeah, red team does get one. Another fort goes down, so already blue team down 2 forts. That's going to be a huge advantage for red team if they can push this offense. Oh, and right as the turn-in was about to happen, 6 doubloons fall. A few little minions there. They're going to die pretty quickly. There comes Sindragosa to finish them off. And it looks like blue team is going to get a turn-in right away here and start firing away, but the heroes are coming back. Ultralisk spawned by Kerrigan. Red team is sort of time stopped there briefly. Kerrigan holds off the turn-in there. Red Arthas is getting caught off guard. He's got to watch it. Heroes are falling left and right. Another level up. And oh man, red team is falling and falling hard. Only Captain Hammer and Stitches remain alive. Some of those mercenary camp minions are pushing. And here comes the turn-in. So blue team will get a successful bombardment off here. And the ghost ship fires away. And now Uther is trying to gather up some more doubloons. I think he's going to try to go for an immediate turn-in right after this is done. And as you can see, Nazeeba, the Witch Doctor, trying to hold off some of those minions. Here comes Stitches for red team. Getting into a bit of a dangerous spot, but he does get Nazeeba in there. Try to do some damage, but Sylvanas is right there to back him up. Stitches looks like he probably will manage to escape. Captain Hammer coming to back up for red team. Going to eat a little bit of damage of his own. And the bombardment has ended. So here comes Red Arthas. Do some damage, call off some of these minions. Stitches and Captain Hammer behind him with another wave. But another turn-in is about to happen right here. And that's going to be an immediate bombardment if they can pull this off. But here comes red team to try and shut this down. Unfortunately, it's not fast enough. They do get the 10 doubloons in there. And the ghost ship starts off again. Captain Hammer being caught off guard. He will fall here. Stitches narrowly escapes, but Kerrigan is caught in the midst of a bunch of hero damage. But here comes Red Arthas, who is going to deal some damage with Sindragosa. Another time stop there. And Kerrigan falls. Does not manage to get away. And the bombardment is going to take out a fort. So now red team is down to 3 forts to the blue team's 4. The kill count is much higher, and the level count has a discrepancy. Blue is up a level. That can be a very big deal as this game rolls on. Hopefully it doesn't get too out of hand. Alright, Nazeeba trying to call out Arthas, but he's getting caught into a 2-on-1 situation. That might not be the best idea here, but here comes some backup. Uther and Sindragosa. I'm sorry, Uther and Sylvanas to back him up. Minion gonna come out there trying to take out Stitches. Trying to get some heals off. He will narrowly manage to escape, and that spawned minion will fall. So Captain Hammer does siege up briefly. Zeratul in a bit of a stealth mode there. Cloak himself a bit. Alright, so things are quieting down just a bit as the teams kind of figure out what their next move is going to be. Blue team is already up 7-0 as far as counters in for another bombardment. They could get a 3rd bombardment off here, which would be devastating to red's side. Working on the encampments. Stitches trying to hold off the turn-in. I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off here, however. Looks like they are going to get another turn-in off. And they will, so the bombardment is about to happen again for blue team. 3 in a row. Very quick succession, too. Arthas and Malfurion facing off here. And Malfurion will fall, but Red Arthas is also caught off guard. He will also fall. Blue team is pushing pretty hard here. Stitches gets a pull in. But a good time stop there shuts them down. Another kill. Red team is on the defensive. Only Stitches and Captain Hammer remain. A couple of the weaker health heroes are pulling back. Sylvanas killing off some of those little mines in place.
Blue team has destroyed
Another fort falls for red team. So they're down 2 forts, which is going to be a big deal when blue finally starts to make that push. And it looks like they are starting to do that right now. 4 heroes are coming in. Well, 2 heroes and 2 ghosts. 2 ghostly heroes. And the ghost fall. So it's going to be 2 heroes and a handful of minions. Zeratul does fall back a little bit into cloak.
The team has captured a mercenary camp.
Another merc camp turn-in. So the level discrepancy now 2 difference, 17 to 15. It is going to be trouble. The team's again kind of hitting a bit of a mellow point. Blue team does make another small turn-in, so they're up 4-0 as far as the balloons go for this round. Red team does pull another level out of their hat, so that helps them out a bit. And here we go with another bit of an encampment fight here. Red team trying to regain that level differential by taking out some of those merc camps.
Mercenary camp.
Since they have not been faring very well as far as the actual fights go. Oh, another clash, but down goes Zeratul. Red Arthas. There's a big fight here. Sorry, we're panning away a little bit from these fights. Down goes Stitches. Also, another fall for the Witch Doctor. So, blue team is now a little bit on the defensive, as red team is making a bit of a push. But the bombardment is underway. So, red team is still getting attacked, despite the fact that a lot of their heroes are falling. Uther has also fallen for red team. I'm sorry, for blue team, excuse me. Red team now making a bit of a push here. They're going to have to deal out with some of these minions here. And nearly the entirety of blue team has fallen right now. Sylvanas, the only one still open. But Zeratul has respawned. Nazeeba is about to come back. So, doesn't seem like they made as much of a push as they wanted to have probably made there. But, picking up some of those extra doubloons, red team is going to hope to try to get a bombardment off for themselves. Oh, and a good stop there by Zeratul, who sort of picks off Arthas as he's trying to deal some damage. Oh, and Zeratul does manage to freeze down. Ooh, Malfurion falls right there after getting locked down pretty well by both Zeratul and Nazeeba. So blue going for another bit of a turn-in. Looks like they're going to get a couple doubloons in, which means those will be banked for the next time they're able to trigger that offense. Oh, and Kerrigan almost caught off guard there, but she does manage to get away. And things slow down just a little bit. Now she's trying to head back to camp to replenish some of that health. So as we look at it right now, Zeratul going to come in, help clear out some of those minions, try to keep his team's own minions alive to do some damage. Arthas coming down to gather some doubloons for the blue team. Another turn-in for blue gets them up to 7. Levels have evened out a bit, however, so that's pretty good, despite the fact that the kill advantage is definitely in favor of blue team at this point. But alright, they have enough for another turn-in, but red team is coming... Actually, the red team is heading down to the bottom here. They are going to try to take out Uther, but Uther will escape. Or no, Uther will then fall. He tried to escape, but then he didn't actually fall. Oh, red team is starting to suffer some major losses.
Hero slain. Triple kill. Killing spree.
Alright, so blue team is narrowing in on level 20, which is going to get some of those really powerful moves. They're starting to finish off some of those forts because the bombardment is doing some significant damage for blue team as they are pushing in on the bottom lane as well. Another fort, so all the forts have fallen for red team, and now the temple is under attack. This could be it. This could be game. I don't think they have enough to stop this. Another level up, they're at 20. The bombardment has stopped, but it might not be enough. That temple is down, and blue team takes it in a really interesting game there.
Blue team wins.
So there you have it. That is my first time trying to shoutcast a a Heroes of the Storm match. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It's certainly something that I'll want to watch a lot more of. But if you enjoyed that, leave a comment, let me know, and I might cast the other game that they released. I just won't have the extra sound, but I'm sure you're all used to that by now, considering how this channel has been. But Yeah, if you want to see me cast the other game, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do that in a future episode of ShoutStone. But other than that, thanks a lot for watching. I will be back tomorrow. No, I will be back on Friday with Arena Time with Day 9. So, again, thanks so much for watching. I will see you fine folks next time. Stay classy.